How to build habits that last, atomic habits. The power of small habits. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small habits, when done consistently, compound over time to produce remarkable results. Making tiny improvements every day, even as small as 1%, leads to exponential growth in the long term. Small, positive actions can ultimately lead to big transformations in life and work. Focus on making slight, manageable improvements every day. Even if it's just 1% better, it will compound over time. Track these improvements regularly and use them as motivation to keep pushing forward. Identity-based habits. Identity shapes behavior. Instead of setting outcome-based goals like I want to lose 10 pounds, focus on identity-based goals like I am a healthy person. The strongest form of motivation is rooted in identity. When your identity aligns with your habits, they become natural. Our actions are a reflection of the type of person we believe ourselves to be. Rather than setting goals for what you want to achieve, think about who you want to become. For example, instead of I want to be successful, frame it as I am a successful entrepreneur. Every action you take should reflect the person you are becoming. The 4 laws of behavior change. Clear lays out 4 fundamental laws for creating and breaking habits. The first law is about setting up your environment in a way that makes it impossible to ignore the habit. This could be placing your workout clothes in plain sight. The second law revolves around pairing your desired habit with something rewarding, like enjoying a favorite podcast only when exercising. The third law emphasizes reducing the complexity of the habit. Start small, like meditating for just 2 minutes. The fourth law focuses on reinforcing good habits with immediate rewards to help you stick with them. Cues make it obvious. Use cues in your environment to remind you to engage in the behavior. The cue is the trigger that initiates the behavior. It's the signal that prompts your brain to start the habit. This can be something external, like a time of day or a physical object, or internal, like a feeling or thought. If the cue isn't obvious, you might forget to engage in the habit, and your brain may fail to recognize when it's time to act. Cues provide the structure that helps remind you to act and build momentum for the habit. Without a clear cue, you may forget the habit, or it may not become consistent. You might find yourself skipping habits you've tried to build, or not even starting them at all. Good habit. If you want to read more, keep a book on your pillow so that it's visible before bed. The sight of the book is a cue to read. Bad habit. If you want to stop snacking on unhealthy foods, remove snacks from your kitchen counters so they're out of sight and won't trigger cravings. Craving, make it attractive. Pair the habit with something you enjoy or look forward to. Cravings are the desires or motivations that drive you to perform the habit. This is the feeling or thought that comes up when you think about the rewards or the benefits the habit provides. The more attractive or enjoyable the habit, the more likely you are to stick with it. People are more likely to engage in a habit when it's associated with a positive feeling. Cravings make the habit enticing by linking it to something pleasurable or desirable, which increases your motivation to perform it. Without an attractive element, the habit may feel like a chore. You might struggle with motivation and stop performing the habit because it doesn't feel rewarding or enjoyable. Good habit. To make exercising more enjoyable, choose an activity you love, such as dancing or playing a sport, rather than forcing yourself to do something you dislike, like running on a treadmill. Bad habit. If you're trying to cut down on junk food, rewarding yourself with something healthier that you enjoy after eating a balanced meal can help make the process more enjoyable. Response, make it easy. Reduce friction and barriers, making the habit as simple and easy as possible. The response is the actual behavior or habit that you perform. This is where you take action based on the cue and the craving. Making the habit easy means minimizing the effort required to get started and simplifying the process to lower barriers to action. The easier a habit is to perform, the more likely you are to do it regularly. By reducing friction, you make it easier to begin and complete the habit, which is especially helpful when motivation is low. If the habit requires too much time or effort, it will be easy to avoid. Complex habits, or those that take a lot of energy to start, will likely cause you to procrastinate, making it difficult to maintain consistency. Good habit. If you want to eat healthier, prep simple meals ahead of time so they're ready to go and require little effort to eat. Bad habit. Trying to complete a complicated workout routine without preparation can create resistance. Instead, start with a shorter, easier routine that doesn't feel overwhelming. Reward, make it satisfying. Ensure that you receive immediate satisfaction after completing the habit. The reward is the positive outcome or feeling you get from completing the habit. It reinforces the behavior, making your brain want to repeat it. Rewards can be intrinsic, like the feeling of accomplishment, or extrinsic, like a treat or praise. Rewards provide positive reinforcement, which strengthens the connection between the behavior and the outcome. This makes you more likely to repeat the habit and keeps you motivated to continue. Without a satisfying reward, the habit may feel pointless, and you may lose motivation to continue. Over time, without reinforcement, the habit can fade away because the brain doesn't associate it with any meaningful outcome. Good habit. After completing a workout, reward yourself with a relaxing activity like watching your favorite show or having a healthy treat. Bad habit. If you don't give yourself a reward for staying off your phone during work hours, you may feel deprived and more likely to relapse into old habits. Watch part 3 of this series of Building Good Habits based on Atomic Habits by James Clear.